Welcome back to the Peppermint Penguin. I'm Amy. I am your host here in the studio. Okay, just kidding. Hi, I'm Amy. This is my craft room, such as it is. Obviously, it's a disaster. And I have no idea if I'm centered or not because I'm using the back camera on my phone. So, apologies if it's not centered. I am recording audio on my iPad, so hopefully the audio is a little better. But anyway, this is my new space. It is one half diagonally of a guest bedroom, and then my husband is using the other half for his office. He has this corner over here that you can't see, and then this is my craft space, but it's not entirely a craft space because over here I have this little section that I use for if I need to photograph something. I have a lot of styling props that you can kind of see the corner of a bookshelf over here, so it's not entirely a craft area. I really only have from here over for workspace. And I think the video about this desktop, this island that I created for $0 is already live. If not, I created this island for $0 with stuff I already had. But I have an island now which has doubled my workspace, as you can see from here to here. For video recording, I usually work here. And then I have more workspace behind me if I need it. But as you can see, it's a disaster. What happened when we moved was we moved here for me to start a new job, and then I started work like 2 days later. And then 2 weeks after that, my sister came, maybe 4 weeks after that. My sister came to stay with us for a week or two, and she needed this room to sleep in. So, all that to say, unpacking happened very haphazardly and not in the way I would have normally done it. That's just the way it worked. My craft stuff is just everywhere. It's not organized. I just kind of stuffed things in here. I would want this to look a lot more tidy before we left. I'd kind of gotten a really good organizational system down, and that is not happening here. So anyway, for storage, I have this organizer, which I actually didn't have before. This was in another space in our old apartment, but I put it in here. And I have this shelf that's kind of up here right now. I also have these shelves, which I did have before, and I've been loving these plastic organizers from Amazon. I will link them in case you haven't seen my previous crafting videos, but yeah, I'll link these plastic totes. They're really great. I'm actually thinking about ordering more of them, and here's why. I've also had to reallocate space because I kind of switched interests from quilting a lot to doing a lot more paper crafting. Part of the reason for that is my sewing machine broke and could not be repaired within a reasonable sum of money. And so I don't have a sewing machine right now. So that hobby is kind of on the side for now. And I just wanted to get back into paper crafting. So that's where I'm at. So I have a lot of fabric here, but I'm probably going to put it in a little different place than I did before. And paper crafting, I want that stuff to be front and center. One thing that I've noticed over the years is that, and I think a lot of this happens with a lot of crafters, is we kind of have one area of interest for a while and then we kind of switch to another one. And so it's important to reevaluate from time to time, even if we're not moving, reevaluating our space from time to time to make sure it's still a fit with our interests. And one big way that I do that is I decide, I put the stuff that I'm using the most closest to me. So one of the things that I want to look at is in this drawer system. I'll do a whole video about this separately, but these are huge drawers right in front of the area that I'm normally working, and right now they house craft supplies that I don't really use. So that's kind of awkward. So what I want to do is put a lot of my paper crafting items in these drawers, and then paper would be like right about here, so that stuff was accessible. And then other stuff would be over here, or this, I actually have a cabinet under here, but it is not being used for craft supplies necessarily. I also have a lot of props in the bottom as well, so it's not all craft stuff. I do have some really random crap up on the top, so I guess that will probably stay there. But anyway, all that to say, I need to reallocate some stuff. I need to put some stuff away, and then I have a ton of plastic storage. So this whole section down here is being a mess, but I have, sorry, that was really loud. I have a lot of plastic storage, both like portable storage. I have Lidl storage. Aren't these cute? I'm trying to remember where I got these actually. These might have been from the dollar store. These I think are from Target. Anyway, and then I have a lot of plastic storage containers that when we moved, I took everything out of containers and set all the containers aside and packed them separate. So I have a ton of empty containers and I don't remember what I had in them before, which is a blessing and a curse because everything's really disorganized, but I can kind of start fresh with my storage and like think through it a little differently, which is really exciting. So what I'm going to do for the rest of the video is I'm actually going to start tidying. I need to figure out kind of what I'm putting where. I've been toying with the idea of getting some organizers for some like cube dividers. This is a unit from Target, so it is not the IKEA Kallax, and that means that the dimensions are a little different, so I can't order Kallax inserts. They will not fit correctly. So I'm kind of researching some options for cube inserts that aren't wildly expensive because I really want to store paper and fabric in here, but in order to do that in an efficient way, I need to get some cube organizers. So that's one of the things I'm thinking through while I'm cleaning, and then just where do I want stuff. I also want to invest more in die cutting, and so I'm going to need better storage than this for my dies. I have a lot of little tiny dies, and I ordered more recently. And they're going to need storage real fast. So that is part of this process. So I'm going to do some tidying up. I'm going to kind of I'm going to either do a voiceover or music and kind of speed things up so that you're not just sitting here for hours watching me clean stuff. But I know that a little clean can be therapeutic, watching someone else clear a space. So that is what the rest of this video will be. In upcoming videos, we'll talk about my island. We'll talk about I'm going to share some organizational tricks for these cube organizers, especially if you have like the Target or Walmart ones that don't have a ton of options with them. Try to do an Amazon haul maybe, depending. It's going to be a while. But I do have some plastic storage already that I'm going to kind of plug and play and see how that goes. So that's going to be the rest of the video. Thank you so much for watching. And I will talk to you in the next one. The next thing I'm going to organize, you're going to see, is my envelopes. I picked up some envelopes on sale at Hobby Lobby last week in a bunch of fun colors and neutrals. I'm really excited to start participating in a project that I have been wanting to participate in for a while. Scrapbook.com started an initiative called Cards for Kindness, where you send finished cards in sets of 10 to scrapbook.com, and they distribute them to organizations that will then use them to encourage people. So they're just empty cards. You don't write in them or anything. You just make them and send them. They have all the things on their website. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but I'm just really excited to start making some cards for that project. I think it'll be really fun. So I'm finishing up here, but I just wanted to let you know about that, and that will be in some upcoming videos.